So there's this thing that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and I just haven't found like a good excuse to do it. But I figured you could put some stuff on the highlights channel. So I actually tried out this Fume, F-U-M thing, and I thought that I was going to be using it because you know, I was vaping uncontrollably and you know, wanted to quit. So I got this dumbass thing, and it advertises itself as like, ooh, you can like fidget spin it. You know? Oh, you can. It's so tactile. So here's the issues that I have with Fume, right? First of all, the weight of this doesn't make any sense. It's like, this is like absolutely fucking heavy, like on this end. And so you can't, if let's say you were using it in place of something like a vape, that just makes your mouth sore, right? You can't hold it in your mouth. You always have to be holding it with your hand. That's fucking dumb. Then I tried a couple different flavors. And essentially they're these like little flavor cores that you put in here. And I inhaled. And I was like, okay, interesting. Feels kind of like, you know, it kind of feels like you're getting like a little bit of a hit. But after like 20 minutes or so of like testing it out, not like inhaling it for the entire 20 minutes, but like, you know, just using it casually, somewhere around 20 or 30 minutes, I found I wasn't really able to like breathe properly. Like I was having breathing problems, right? Now, I technically have asthma, right? And so the vapes that I used when I was vaping were like specific ones that didn't make me feel like my lungs were being like coated with like a, you know, as much goop or whatever, right? There were like specific ones where it was like, you know, it felt better. But then this Fume made me feel worse. Like I had more difficulty breathing inhaling this than like any vape I've ever tried. And I was like, what the fuck? So after like 30 minutes, literally like having breathing problems, like taking a breath and not feeling like I'm getting oxygen and finding it difficult to breathe. And so I was like, okay, what the fuck did I do? And so I felt like shit the entire day. And then I decided to do some research and I was like, okay, wait, what the fuck? Like what's in this? Like literally what's in this, right? And so the way that they advertise this, I'm just going to show you some of their ads. So like I have a bunch of like, I can't log in. What do you mean may not be comfortable? Whatever. It won't let me log in. Fuck you. There's a bunch of these. So let's just look at some of their ads here.
I'll give you guys a free Fume, and if you like it, you have to promise to throw your into the garbage.
I just want to see like what they say it is, you know?
It better be pretty good.
You know some YouTubers got sponsored? Oh yeah, yes. If you can find links to any of these sponsorships, drop them in the chat and let me know, because I want to see something about them. There's something about this that is pretty nefarious in my opinion. So they show them doing this thing.
1, 2.
There's a lot of cuts, right?
3.
There's a lot of cuts. You can see they cut out the part where these people are inhaling, right?
2.
On their official TikTok, one of the cuts up to the mouth. No footage of them actually inhaling, and then you just go, right?
It's minty. I was expecting vapor to come out.
With these fumes,
but the implication.
It's actually just.
Look at this.
Flavored air.
The implication is that they're inhaling. Here you show them inhaling, right?
Actually,
I think it's heavily, strongly implied that you should be inhaling, right?
Air. So there's no battery, there's no vapor, there's no electronics, good old-fashioned oxygen.
Just flavored air, they say. Just flavored air.
It's actually just flavored air.
Right? And this is like every one of their ads. Like this is just a random one.
So there's no battery, there's no vapor, there's no electronics, good old-fashioned.
You're not supposed to inhale, right? That's a surprise to you, right? You're a boy. You know where they say you're not supposed to inhale? on this one post from like December 2024 on Reddit, responding in a comment. Trifume, their Reddit account, responding in a comment to someone saying, I just got one today from a close friend who decided we would rather have a real vape than a substitute, and I noticed my chest feels sore. And I've been inhaling smoke or other crap and looking through posts on here, and it seems like there's two camps of people. One group doesn't trust Fume, if not actively hating them, saying there's a sham and that they may be even selling dangerous products. And the other trusts Fume and their third-party research papers and frankly seem a bit less crazy. So what's going on? Am clean and been hitting Fume, and now my throat and chest feels sore from it. So the fact that they said their chest feels sore got Fume to respond. Thanks for sharing your experience. First, we want to assure you that your health and safety are our top priorities. Our products are designed to provide a natural alternative for the hand-to-mouth habit using essential oil-fused cores, which is not flavored air, by the way. Essential oil is not flavored air, right? I saw their marketing, right? And I assumed flavored air meant like, I don't know, like a fucking air freshener or something, which I guess probably all has chemicals in it as well. I just didn't really think about it, you know? Because they say flavored air like you could be having like a stick of like cedar or something, like wood. Or like, I don't know how it works, but essential oils is not what I was thinking of, right? And also, yeah, when you say flavored air, it implies it's safe to breathe, right? So using essential oil infused cores with no harmful chemicals, which that's we'll see, smoke or vapor. I guess essential oils are not considered harmful chemicals. I don't know if they're technically considered chemicals, but there are essential oil companies, so companies that produce essential oils, that have put out statements warning consumers from vaping their products because you're not supposed to. Because it's not regulated. Because it's fucking essential oils and you're not supposed to breathe it, right? So let's continue with Fume saying, soreness in the throat or chest is not common, but can occur for some users, especially when adjusting to the product. This could be due to essential oil sensitivity. Everyone reacts differently to essential oils. If the flavors feel strong, try using the product less frequently or switching to a milder core flavor. 2, technique. The product doesn't involve inhaling into the lungs, which they don't fucking say anywhere on their TikTok, which every single one of their sponsors on YouTube doesn't say, probably because they didn't know. Probably because they're not telling these sponsors, right? And this comment from Fume in a Reddit post from December of 2024, right? Yeah. No, yeah, the essential oil thing is something that you can find, right? Like on their website even. But it's not like in the marketing. Anyway, the product doesn't involve hailing into the lungs. Focus on short, shallow draws, right? A draw is the word that they use here in this comment. And exhale through the nose to enhance the aromatic, I almost read aromantic, experience without discomfort. All right, and then they give their email. And then this person points out, it says on the website under how to use your Fume to breathe in through the mouthpiece and out through the nose. The words breathe in make it seem like you need to inhale, right? I also can't find anything that says not to inhale anywhere on the website, so I imagine a lot of people are inhaling. I bought it to simulate the throat feeling of vaping menthol juice, despite it being insanely overpriced, then found out you shouldn't inhale through Reddit after my chest started aching. Now I can't return it because it's been used. It's too vague. That's a big issue, right? And so, you look at their website. Starting with Fume. how to use your Fume, right? If you haven't already figured it out from trial and error, just how to use your Fume. Pull open your Fume from the middle. You'll notice some slight resistance. Blah, blah, blah. Mount the mouthpiece. Blah, 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 blah. Pop your core into the cradle section. Blah, 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 blah. Then slide the barrel back on. Blah, blah, blah. And adjust the airflow by spinning the barrel with your preferred level of drag. Okay? They use the drag here. Preferred level of drag. But then they say, then breathe in through the mouthpiece and out of your nose, enjoying the flavored air along the way, right? The very, very sneaky, very sneaky marketing here, right? Oh yeah, calling it an inhaler also is pretty fucked up because the word inhale is there. So, you can see.
Welcome to another episode.
I don't watch this. You can see. I was watching through a bunch of different like Fume videos. Even the people that are criticizing it don't know this information, that according to Fume, you're not supposed to inhale, and they're just not really making everybody like they're not doing a very good job communicating that to people, right? So let's watch this, right?
This is a diffusive device, and these are natural
diffusive device. Before it's difficult to organize my thoughts. Let's first, this is on their official page, Trifume, right, on YouTube. Fume prominent inhaler. It says inhale, right?
This is the Fume Prominent. If you aren't familiar with Fume already, it is just a wooden hollow inhaler.
They're saying inhaler. So I don't know if this person is associated with the company or they were just paid for this ad. They're saying inhaler, right? How do you call it an inhaler and then say the product doesn't involve inhaling into the lungs? Like, is it inhaling if it's only in your mouth? Because I would argue the word draw is like fine, right? I would argue the word draw is like okay to use, but you should also still be specific that you mean draw into your mouth. Calling it an inhaler, right? And so like there's been people that have criticized Fume, made like really successful videos talking about how dumb they are. And this person doesn't know that they're not supposed to inhale it either, right? He's literally inhaling it. And this is a person being critical of it. It's a good video.
I will say, it's not the worst one. Oh, no, never mind.
He's literally inhaling. He's got something on called an inhaling bag, and he's inhaling it because he didn't know. It seems like every single fucking person using this product doesn't know that according to Fume, you're not supposed to inhale it. Now, what's really interesting about this is they do have like an acknowledgement, I guess, of like, oh, is it safe sort of thing? And so they have a page where it's like the commitment to safety. We've set out to formulate the most comprehensive and effective research for flavored air. Right? They still call it flavored air on the page for safety, which is funny, right? They use flavored air as a word everywhere they can, right? Like it's all over their website. I know on the subreddit it said essential oil and whatever. Did it say even inhaler or diffuser? So yeah, on the subreddit, which who knows? Oh yeah, here we go. On the subreddit, which who knows who created this subreddit? Who knows if it was Fume themselves? They say essential oil in the subreddit. They also say inhaler. Right? So, here we go with the science. Our commitment to safety. And again, they're saying, I want to know if they say essential oils on their website. We're going to find out if they do. Our team of doctors, scientists, and researchers conduct rigorous scientific studies to validate Fume's benefits, going beyond ingredient data to test our complete formula and validate safety. Right? Clinical trial study. Toxicology study. Impact program. Completed, underway, planned. Right? Key takeaways. Flavored air. They're still in your fucking safety page. You shouldn't be calling it flavored air. I'm sorry. Jesus. Was shown to be twice as effective at helping stop bad habits than all other solutions on the market. Shown in random survey-based study of bad habit users in the past 30 days living in the USA between 18 and 60 years of age. Okay, so there's an article. Right? This is an article. A recent study, right? So this is showing that it's effective at helping you stop smoking. Allegedly. Is this study peer-reviewed? Is it published in any kind of scientific journal? Or is this just a study for your website? Because, you know, doesn't really appear to be something peer-reviewed. I don't see any credentials for that. Okay, let's see what else we got. Third-party toxicology study. Cores shown through third-party testing to safely pass toxicological guidelines. No risks. Sorry. I like how no is crossed out. What the hell? That's like that Simpsons meme, like, no, money down. What does this mean? I'm sorry. Is this like actually intentionally deceptive like that? No is crossed out, Your Honor. We didn't say no risks of toxins shown in toxicology trials. We said it's not no risks of toxins shown in toxicology trials. Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing? All right, we're going to read this article. Study result, third-party toxicology study. VGA conducted a preliminary safety determination of a form of toxicology report regarding the potential exposure to constituents present in fume cores based off the results of two-party conducted exposure tests. The analytical results show that, coupled with the results of the study's applicable safety limits, that fume cores do not contain unsafe intake levels of any of the components or ingredients present in the product. Now, what does intake mean? Does it mean just in your mouth? And not your lungs, right? For the sake of caution, several of the following safety values have been rounded up to provide added assurance to maximize the consumer exposure is to estimate covering a variety of uses occasions and heavy users. The test results show that essential oil mixtures content, 90% moisture, however, considering the high moisture content in the microbe counts were low or absent. Perhaps the low microbe count are the result of antimicrobial activity in the essential oils. Is that true? Arsenic and cadmium levels were below the detection limit of SA and their levels were undetectable. NSF 2023 conducted experiments to characterize the potential consumer exposure to essential oil mixtures infused into fume cores. Reported that the cores contained a volume of blah, blah, blah of essential oils. Based on test results, reported a loss of 6 to 8% of the essential oil mixture for reduction in core weight after 30 air purges per hour, comparable to a draw by a consumer per hour. NSF determined that the essential oil exposure from each draw of the core is less than 1 UL? I forget what that stands for. VGA will use the UL value to conservatively estimate essential oil exposure during fume product use. Heavy users of fume product take 20 draws per hour or 200 draws daily. When used for a period of 10 hours per day, the density of the essential oil, blah, blah, blah. That's the way to blah, 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 blah. All right. With this study, it has shown that fume products do not contain unsafe levels of harmful toxins, and that the exposure to the user components and the ingredients present in the products are safe within safe maximum levels. Now, if this study is like legitimately third party and like peer reviewed, which I don't think it's peer reviewed because you would say that, right? Right. But even if let's say it's like a peer reviewed actual scientific study, this is not a study that is saying it's safe to inhale essential oils. This is a study that, according to itself, is just saying that there are not unsafe levels of toxins in essential oils, right? And that if you're drawing them, so like in the mouth, and that's it, and never going into your lungs, that theoretically the toxins present would be so minimal that it would not be harmful. That's what the study's saying. So to anybody that doesn't click the link and open it, right, might think it's like okay to be inhaling essential oils. You might think that that's fine and that that's proven to be safe by their studies, right? Third-party exposure study. Exposure tests show that Fume's exposure is under safe daily usage as defined by national agencies monograph. 44% of the recommended safe usage as shown by national agencies monograph. What does this mean? Usage of what? Exposure of what? Like there's a graph. National agencies safe max of what? Of essential oils? Okay, well, third-party result. Sorry, study result, third-party exposure study. Study result, third-party exposure study. A study was conducted by NSF to stimulate product use conditions. A bulb pipette was utilized to flush the fume product containing the essential oil fused core with air. The primary goal of the laboratory study was to provide insights into human exposure to volatilize essential oil from use of fume products under simulated conditions. Following 5 air purges, 1 to 5 UL. Can somebody remind me what that stands for? Unit liters? Like, what does that mean? Of essential oil were volatilized from the 2 products at the same at each time point. This represents on average an average of 0.2 to 1 of loss for each purge. Microliters, thank you. Therefore, the results of this study suggest that essential oil exposure per draw of product is likely to be less than 1 microliter. The total daily exposure would be dependent on the number of draws per day by an individual. For example, 30 draws per day would maximum exposure of 30 microliters of oil. 5 consecutive air flushes were used to simulate 5 exaggerated draws of the product. There are some limitations of the study. First, the handling and transfer core, blah, 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 blah. Additional loss of oil beyond air purging, blah, 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 blah. The values could be Therefore, the values could be an overestimation of the true exposure. Right? We're playing things safe here. In addition, the model utilized here, air purging as a result, likely to result in higher volatilization of oil than typical human draw. Okay? Was intended to create exaggerated conditions. Right? No. We're doing the study in a way that, like, you know, it's probably even safer. Right? Finally, the results of the study suggest that only a small percentage within the core volatilize essential oil remaining in the core. Study showed that exposure from the exaggerated total amount of essential oil. Health Canada monograph recommendations state that safe exposure is approximately 18 drops in 1 day via inhalation, or approximately 1 milliliter per day. From results of this study, it has shown that typical exposure would be less than 4% of the safe maximum amount of... What? Sorry, this sentence is insane. Less than 4% of the safe maximum amount of the safe exposure. The word safe is used twice there. So now I have to fact check if Health Canada monograph? What is Health Canada monograph? I need to find out what... Because it would be nice if they gave us a source for this. Now I have to look this up because they didn't give me a source. This is the monograph from Government of Canada, Aromatherapy Essential Oils. This monograph is intended to serve as a guide to industry for the preparation of product license label and blah, 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 blah. All claims must include the qualifier used in aromatherapy. Which, my understanding, by the way, my understanding of like aromatherapy is adding essential oils to like a diffuser in the room that's like basically like a humidifier. That's my understanding of that, which I would assume is probably not good for you anyway. But this monograph is not talking about vaping essential. It's not talking about inhaling it directly, right? Right? Is that incorrect? Cannot be combined with other monograph medicinal ingredients if the conditions are not compatible. Products must be listed as... Ooh. For products containing a combination of essential oils and other... Oh, okay, monographed medical ingredients. Product used in aromatherapy claim in addition to other claims. The essential oils supporting the aromatherapy claim must be specified as part of the claim. Common names. Okay. And then where's the information about safety? Okay, they do say inhalation, actually. Like, ew. Acceptable dosage forms are as follows. Table 2. So right now it's saying that the use is supported for each medicinal ingredient. Used in aromatherapy as a nerve calmative. Used in aromatherapy to help relieve headache. Used in aromatherapy as a carminative antispasmodic for symptomatic relief of digestive discomfort, or used in aromatherapy to help relieve colds or cough. Okay, none of these say like to quit nicotine, but yeah, let's see. I just want to find their claim here. Quantity per dosage unit for with appropriate dilution information with directions for each use section. Concentrations for topical application for massage, concentration for local application. Okay, none of these apply, right? Inhalation, tissue or steaming water. Methods of preparations and concentration for all medicinal ingredients listed in Table 1. Absolute, I'm not sure what that means. Concentration. Essential oil, water. Oh, absolute as in like literally the ingredient by itself without the oil component. I'm not sure. Duration of use, right? So here's the guideline from Health Canada, right? This is all products. Duration of use, all products for occasional use only. Right? So if that's a big one. That's a big no-no. Is that why they didn't link? Right? Health Canada monograph recommendations state that safe exposure is approximately 18 drops in one day. Right? But not in 2 days in a row. Right? That's a pretty big no-no. Durations of use for all products for occasional use only. Am I interpreting this correctly? All right, risk information. All products. Cautions and warnings for external use only. For all products. What? We're still in table 6 with inhalation. This is in the inhalation table. So they're listing the different methods here. Handkerchief/tissue. Apply 1 to 6 drops of undiluted product to a handkerchief tissue and inhale occasionally. Use 1 to 3 times per day. Right? Steaming and water facial steamer. Add 3 to 12 drops of undiluted product to a bowl of steaming water facial steamer. Inhale slowly and deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. Use 1 to 3 times per day. For occasional use only. External use only. Right? When using this product, avoid contact with eyes and mucous membranes. Is the mouth a mucous membrane? So, if you're supposed to use this occasionally, how are you going to fucking quit smoking if that's the fucking... Like, I'm just looking at their marketing here. Sorry, this is a different company. Right? Like...
It's really good. There's no big clouds. I like it.
Talking about smoking.
So,
you
like,
have
you
to
can...
throw your smoke into this garbage can.
If I like it, sure. Why not?
So, what's crazy is... If it's official company policy that it's not supposed to be inhaled because of all of the deceptive, very sneaky language that they're using in all of their marketing, right? On their website. And even in their safety guidelines, they're using words like draw, right? In these studies. It seems like they're not telling the people that they're giving to this product on the street. Because they're definitely inhaling, right?
Give it a go.
That's really good. There's no big...
You can hear it in his voice,
Give it a go.
That's really good.
right?
Give it a go.
That's really good. There's no big clouds.
That really good. You could hear it like choking him up, which that would be it passing past through like the vocal cords, right?
I like it.
Talking about smoking at work, you can literally pop that in your office.
Probably.
And so yeah, many of these they
More productive.
cut out the part where they inhale. It's funny that the first one I clicked on was one where that you can actually see them inhale.
So I walk outside every like 30 minutes.
Okay, so if you like it, you're gonna have to throw away your bad habit.
It's being marketed as a vape replacement.
Yeah, awesome.
Well,
Why do they censor the word smoke and vape? Because they're advertising on TikTok. And who knows if you're even allowed to advertise this? Or maybe it's so that, like, kids can see it. I don't fucking know.
look at that.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Hey, you too.
Like, this is very deceptive. Very deceptive. So in that one, you couldn't see anyone inhale.
It's minty.
This one you can.
Vapor to come out.
With these fumes,
They're definitely inhaling, right? But, you know, maybe they can make the argument like, no, they're inhaling, but it's only going in their mouth and out their nose, like our website says you should, right? Breathe in through the mouthpiece and out of your nose. We just meant breathe, but not breathe. We meant breathe, but like not really. Right? We're calling it an inhaler. We're calling it an inhaler.
It is just a wooden hollow inhaler.
But you're not supposed to inhale. I don't know what the definition of inhale is to these people, or breathe. But this seems incredibly deceptive, right? Why is it that the only place we can find in clear terms that you're not supposed to inhale it is on this fucking comment response to a Reddit post that nobody saw in 2024? Why aren't you making that clear? Because clearly, the people that you're even paying for sponsorships, right? Anybody can bring any of these up. Clearly, they don't know you're supposed to inhale, not supposed to inhale, because they're doing it in their fucking ads. Right? Like, no fucking... Let's see if I can find one. All right. So I just happened to notice an example of a Fume sponsorship. And I downloaded the video because I was already, like, you know, intending on making this. And
Over the
so
past month,
I don't think the video is deleted or anything. I just have it downloaded because I was planning on commenting on this, and this seemed to be like a good enough example sort of thing. And I'm sure there's plenty, because I remember seeing like a bunch, right? So this is not a hate or drama or anything on any of the YouTubers who have
framework.
Very
gotten,
easy.
Your own
gotten Fume sponsorships.
stuff gets a little toxic. I need a breath of fresh air.
Breath. Andy's inhaling, right? He clearly doesn't know. It seems like Fume didn't tell him.
With Fume has no
Like, he's clearly inhaling it, right?
vapor, no nicotine, no battery. It's just flavored air, and it's part of a whole...
This is why I, like, never do sponsorships. Is I'm like, every fucking company is just a fucking scam, right? Like, flavored air.
whole new movement towards better habits. Or as I like
He's saying what they told him to say.
to call it, my favorite toy to fidget with.
It's not flavored air. Does he say essential oils in this?
I've been using Fume for over 6 months. It's really fun. My girlfriend's always trying to steal it from me. It comes in a whole variety of flavors. Crisp mint is by far my favorite, but I've been on a bit of an orange vanilla kick lately. I often used to find myself going to the kitchen for another snack when I was bored, or grabbing a 4th cup of coffee, even though I definitely don't need it. Whereas now I just play around with the Fume a bit, get that little stimulant of flavor when needed.
Thank you.
And I'm right back to work.
So that's a very obvious inhale, right? That's a very obvious inhale. I'm sorry. So it seems like they're not even telling their sponsored like people. They're not even telling their what do I call them? Affiliates? They're not even telling the people that they're paying to promote the product to not inhale it in the video where they're telling people to buy the product, which is an irresponsible thing to do as a company if you're not supposed to inhale it, which I'm assuming you're not supposed to, right? Because it fucks you up. Like, it fucked me up. And, you know, disclaimer, I do technically have asthma. But like other people are complaining on the subreddit, it fucked them up. And their response is like, no, you're not supposed to inhale. No, you're not supposed to inhale. Right? I think that it might just be like a liability thing where they're comfortable with people inhaling, but they want to be able to have, you know, the benefit of the doubt, the legal defense by saying, no, we never said you're supposed to put it in your lungs. We never said that. We said inhale from your mouth and out your nose, into your mouth and out your nose. We didn't say into your lungs, right? But nobody knows that, and everybody's like, you're advertising it as a fucking quit vaping, quit cigarettes product. So clearly people don't know this. If you are to get like paid from a company, theoretically they're going to be checking your fucking ad, right? Did Fume not see like the ads that like Oh, sorry. Is this a real Oh, there is a Fume ad. I thought you were just sending me a Garfield thing for no reason. I didn't realize that you were right? Does the company not know? All right, here we got another one. We can be
like an adult fidget toy. They come with all these great flavors too. I like the raspberry lemonade a lot, but they're all good. With over 300,000 customers and thousands of success stories, there's no reason one can't be you. So head to tryfume.com/lsmark or scan the QR code and use LS.
Again, no hate on any of these people. They're just it's just another situation where like YouTubers are taking sponsorships from companies that like are lying to them, and there's no, you know, you just take sponsorships. I don't know, why would you not take a sponsorship? Is basically the mentality of everybody.
To get a free Fume BS when you order the Journey Pack.
Again, no hate on these people. Like, I'm not trying to start drama.
This cool
I'm just showing examples.
Extend for your device. That's tryfum.com and use code LSMark to get that freaking sweet stand. And
all
thanks
right.
Fume
for sponsoring this video.
See, at least in this one, we don't see anyone inhaling it. But I've seen multiples of this. I've seen multiples of this type of thing. Sorry, Willie Mac. This is, yeah. So apologies. This is the only example that I could remember, and I'm not about to like hunt down. I tried searching Fume sponsorship in YouTube. It didn't really lead me anywhere because it's a sponsorship within a different video all the time, right?
Whereas now I just play around with the Fume a bit, get that little stimulant of flavor when needed, and I'm right back to work.
Like you clearly inhaled.
Fume has served over 500,000 customers, and you could be their next.
But he did. I don't think Willie Mac knew that you're not supposed to inhale. I don't think he knew.
Success story. So give the gift of better habits by going to tryfume.com/Willie Mac or scan the QR code and get a free topper when you sign up for the Journey Pack today. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring this video. I have long documented.
Okay. So that's an example of what I'm talking about. And I've seen plenty, but that's the only one that I remembered to like archive. Because I didn't know I'd be talking about it, sort of thing. I was just trying to figure out the right time to do it. So, here's a page on the Fume website specifically. How should I breathe when using my Fume? Simply insert a core into your Fume device and breathe in through the mouthpiece and out of your nose. On how to insert a core, click here. If you're not supposed to be inhaling it into your lungs, why don't you have a fucking video on your YouTube channel showing the technique of how to inhale, right? Like, what if I search, like, Fume inhaling technique? That should lead us somewhere, right? So, Fume inhaling technique, let's see if any of these... So these two are on Fume's official account. Let's see if any of these talk about it. Where's my audio?
aromatherapy alternative that uses essential oil infused cores that are flavored with natural plants like white cranberry and crisp mint. So there's no harmful chemicals that damage your health, and for me it's been an incredible alternative to my bad habits. It gives me a
It's supposed to be an alternative to vaping, which is weird because there's, you know, Health Canada, which they referenced, you know, is saying that the aromatherapy, occasional use only, and external use only, and these other guidelines, right? Like nowhere on Health Canada's website does it say you should be using it as a vape, right? You're calling this an alternative to a vape, which makes it, which implies very heavily you're supposed to inhale.
safer and more natural
Oh, you found another one?
As a game
Okay, well, hold on.
way
with
to
that one.
unwind. And ever since I started using it, I feel more relaxed, I feel more focused, and I just feel healthier. So if you want to transform your daily routine and embrace a healthier, more natural way to relax, try Fume. Get yours today before they all sell out.
Nothing talking about inhaling technique
I've
here.
been hooked on these things for way too long. Get out of here. No, but if you smoke or vape or any of those bad habits and you're trying to get away from it, you should check this thing out. It's basically a...
What does it say on the packaging? We're here to stick with you, not to your lungs. That implies that you could be inhaling it into your lungs and it doesn't stick. Is that not the implication? Does that say that on mine? Is that old packaging? Doesn't say that on mine. That's an insane little slogan there. We're here to stick with you, not to your lungs. No nicotine, no vapor, just delicious flavored air. You can't... I don't think you should be allowed to call it flavored air. I don't think you should be... I think legally you shouldn't be allowed to call it flavored air. You should have to say essential oils. Just flavored essential oils. I don't even like the word essential. Why is that a thing that we've decided is okay to say about this shit? Right? We're here to stick with you, not to your lungs. That has a lot of implications. That if anybody read that, they would think, oh, this is safe for your lungs, unlike smoking and vaping.
It's basically a little flavored air device that you can put these little...
Flavored air device. This is on the official channel, by the way. Official Fume channel.
...cores inside of. You slide it in there, and now you've got flavored air using...
now you got flavored air.
Essential oils and all that stuff.
Finally, he says essential oils.
I went ahead and bought every single flavor they had because I wanted to try them all out and see which one I liked best.
I still don't think you should be able to call it flavored air.
Right now, I've got the crisp mint in.
Air is something you inhale.
And I gotta say, I really like it. You just do a little twisty poo like that, and that opens the airflow. And then you just inhale, baby.
He says you just inhale. Let's see.
It's got a little bit of a...
He definitely inhaled into his lungs, and this is on the Fume channel.
Opens the airflow. And then you just inhale, baby. It's got a little bit of a throat.
So the only place where we can find, officially, on their channels, where the way to do it, the instructions of how to do it, he's inhaling it. Which this is definitely another, like, they paid a random guy and then just posted it on their channel. Right?
Airflow. And then you just inhale, baby. It's got a little bit of a throat hit, you know? It's not too bad. It's there's no cloud, obviously. It's just air. But
it's just air.
Like it is pretty freaking heavy. I mean, you can tell this thing is well made. These vape things are only getting worse. So this is an effort to kind of switch away from that, and I'll let you know what I think. All right.
So yeah, like if you've tried Fume and it fucked your fucking lungs up, made it difficult to breathe, that's why. It's because you're breathing in essential oils, right? And we don't really know, like, the long-term health effects of this, right? I feel like it's not as safe as, like, vaping propylene glycol, right? Propylene glycol is something that is used in asthma nebulizers, right? That's an ingredient. That's an ingredient that is specifically used to help asthma patients, in a nebula. It's basically like a diffuser that you put. I used to use it when I was a kid. I haven't had to have any like asthma medication since I was a kid. But I know propylene glycol is basically what's in that to help. Basically, you combine it with like medication to help it, get into your lungs as like a method of having something breathed in, kind of like steaming it or whatever, right? So if a vape is just like nicotine and propylene glycol and that's it, yeah, nicotine's bad. It's harmful. It's addictive, right? It's a stimulant. I think I would trust that more than I trust inhaling. Oh, thank you so much. Inhaling essential oils. Wait before you. All right, let's see. Oh, Papa Meat's done it twice. All right, well let's see these. Let's see what kind of sponsorship this is.
One baby, one big Funko Pop.
Sell the golden goose, yeah.
We love Papa Meat.
Sponsored by Fume, the leaders in flavored air.
So yeah, they're definitely all being told to say flavored air in their thing.
Breaking bad habits can be hard. Breaking bad habits can be hard. So why don't you let Fume help? Fume is not a vape. It's not an e-cig. It's just flavored air.
It's just flavored air.
Which means you can use Fume anywhere. Thanks to no vapor, no nicotine, and no toxic chemicals.
No toxic chemicals.
And on top of that, Fume is an award.
Whether or not essential oils are toxic chemicals, it just doesn't seem like you're supposed to be inhaling them. Like, it seems like it might cause health issues, right? It's probably not as bad as smoking a cigarette in terms of like long-term health issues, but like you don't. I really hate that thing that I saw on their official YouTube channel. Doesn't stick to your lungs or whatever. Like, it's oil.
Any device that puts you on the path towards being free from bad habits. Ah! And just in time for the summer, Fume has new flavor air, Mango! Ah! This tropical flavor is perfect for fueling your day and staying on the track with better habits. Ah! Fume is also there for when you're feeling anxious. Ah! Find your calm and center yourself with the satisfying clicks and snaps of the device whenever and wherever you need to. Over 500,000 people have already made the switch to Fume as part of their habit change journey. If you're ready to try it for yourself, now's the time! Ah!
You know, this is a Canadian company. Fume is a Canadian company. I believe they're from Alberta. And I think Canada actually has like pretty strong like laws when it comes to deceptive marketing practices. So maybe I should file like a report, honestly.
For a limited time... For a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using my code PAPAMEAT, you'll get a free Fume topper.
Sorry, I need to fast forward through all
You'll get a
this.
free Fume topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. Ah! Click the link at trifume.com.
All right, are you inhaling in that? Are you even using it?
Click the link at trifume.com/PopMeat or scan the QR code on screen to get yours today.
Kind of that last one implied an inhale.
Trifume.com/PopMeat or scan the QR code on screen to get yours.
This last one, that implies an inhale
today.
Right there.
Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video, and back to the video.
We love Papa Meat. Okay. Yeah, I'll just watch a couple others here. Just kind of curious about them.
In trouble.
Today's video is sponsored by Fume. If you have an unhealthy habit that you're trying to solve, I think it's time to try Fume. Once you form a bad habit, it's hard to break. Let Fume fill the void in a natural, guilt-free way, and you can still get your fix. Just way healthier options.
I feel like that implied an inhale for sure. If you're supposed to breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose without it ever getting to your lungs, like, you're never opening your mouth right after
and you can still get your fix. Just way healthier options. Yeah. Fume's innovative,
award-winning
device is sleek, lightweight, and can help you kick your habit. Fume is completely natural and replaces vapor with flavored air.
I don't think you should be able to call it flavored air.
harmful chemicals, users can enjoy Fume's refreshing flavors like crisp mint or sparkling grapefruit, orange vanilla, and raspberry lemon. Wow. Right away, you'll find that Fume's device is easy to use and it tastes surprisingly fresh. And for many people, using Fume device can also be a relaxing way to deal with anxiety and de-stress. Thank God for Fume. Stopping is something that we all put off because it's hard. But switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even pretty fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories. And there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to trifume.com/papameat or scan the QR code and use code PAPAMEAT to get 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. The Fume Solano launched last November, and you can upgrade your Journey Pack to the Solano to enjoy the premium walnut barreled and onyx black coated mouthpiece that has a smooth.
Those are implied inhales. I don't think he's actually using it, but that you know.
Finish and still get 10% off. That's try
He's not using it according to their weird instructions that nobody's seen.
.com and use code
or their weird instructions that nobody's seen on their website and not their weird instructions from that video where they inhaled.
Papa Meat to save an additional 10% off your order today. Thank you, Fume, for sponsoring the video, and back to the video. Next up, we have...
Yeah.
It's actually just flavored air. So there's no battery, there's no vapor, there's no electronics, good old-fashioned oxygen and flavor.
Just enough to trick your brain. I love it.
Exactly. You know what that means?
Cool.
Guys, a deal. I'm gonna give you each a Fume, and if you like them, you're gonna throw your vape into our trash bin. Want to give it a try? Yeah. Cheers. Oh yeah, there's no smoke.
They definitely inhaled. Come on.
Oh, it's so good, actually.
No. Yeah, they're inhaling.
So good. It reminds me of like a peppermint
You can hear it in their voices,
chocolate.
too.
Yeah. So what do you guys say? Are you ready to kick your...
They're inhaling.
Okay, yeah, sure. Ready? Yeah.
Okay, so... yeah, so this Trifume... Like, this is a real... This is, like, really them on Reddit, from, like, my understanding. And the language that they use on their website, you know, the draw and all that, like, the implication is that they're doing the same sort of deceptive thing. All the social links, try Fume, breathe Fume, Fume, breathe Fume, active in Fume, right? We've helped 150,000 real people successfully quit so far. We don't use young living oils. Our essential oils are sourced from trusted, locally based farms. Yeah, this is insanity. The product doesn't involve inhaling air into the lungs. I can't. You're not communicating that. You're not communicating that anywhere in your ads. You're not communicating that like in your YouTube channel. Anywhere where like anyone can see it, you're not communicating it. So yeah, let me just go through a couple more of these tabs and then I guess like, yeah, this is a video that's not Fume. This is not Fume, but like I kind of sent to myself because I was realizing just how insane the fucking ads on
not
TikTok
two,
we're getting.
Not four, not five.
Oh shit, I think you just get fired.
Calm down, relax. It's not what you think. These are not Benjamin. They're actually all natural. They have no nick or leaf inside of it. It's just these all natural herbal diffusers. So you got the lung cleanse, sleep support, liver.
herbal diffusers. I'm assuming this also has essential
For
oils.
support and energy.
I'm assuming this also has essential oils. I don't
And
know.
they're
I didn't do a deep dive into this
all
fucking
made out of
company.
natural herbs. And we all got them friends that's just so addicted to the real thing. Like they can't breathe without it. These help them get over that addiction because they're all natural, but they still have the same throat hit and the same exact oral fixation. And take it from me, I used to be a complete Nick fiend. I know these definitely got rid of all my cravings. I've been clean for 6 months now, which is the longest I ever been. So even though these really do help you get over your addiction, they still have one problem. Since everybody's finding out about them and replacing them with the real thing, they keep selling out. But I seen they just did a full reset.
Okay. All right, let's just see more of what Fume's up to. I just want to confirm.
Alrighty. Is Fume safe? Yeah, so also get this one a lot. Fume is safe. We've worked really, really hard working with third-party researchers in order to verify that Fume is safe. All of our flavors are formulated with food-grade materials that are all natural, and we're constantly looking to innovate and provide.
Can we get you, the fucking founder, like on video saying whether or not you're supposed to inhale it? Please?
Even more research on how Fume is safe for you. You should check out our website for more details on that.
Can we get this guy to say whether or not you're supposed to inhale it? Like that's a really important thing in your vape alternative product that you're calling an inhaler in other parts on your official channels, right? But don't inhale.
Just natural plant flavored, without any vapor or nicotine, just natural plant flavored air. So you can finally replace that bad habit with a good one.
Ever since I found this, I feel so much better. It replaces the hand to mouth habit, which makes my cravings so much easier to manage. It saved me thousands on disposables.
And the best part is it really works. They have thousands of 5-star reviews. And after trying it myself, I can confirm they're real.
If you're struggling to give up your bad habit, give it a try. It makes it so much easier to stop.
Yeah, so they have like a whole YouTube channel. Fucking, I don't know. There's so much of this where, you know, it's all just a bunch of paid
Let me guess, you wanted to build good habits in 2024, but somehow you didn't keep that promise? You still have 6 months to make it happen, but you need to Fume anything just delicious, natural, flavored herb. We all know that breakups are hard, but you really need good habits that and helped you guide to the right path.
I see a lot of people promoting this. I've never seen a person use it in real life. I feel like everybody kind of just like buys it and then realizes it's shit and then stops using it. Right? Right? I don't see anybody using this in real life. What is this? When you say zero vapor and zero smoke, it kind of implies you're supposed to be inhaling it, right? Unless, do you think you're providing a replacement to all those people that were like circular breathing, like vaping just in their mouth and out their nose, and that's it? Is that it's an alternative to just those people that don't exist? Airflow. I didn't even really find the 1 milliliter per day thing that they're saying. Yeah, these are single ingredient. But yeah, Health Canada did not, from what I saw on their essential oils page, like, doesn't really seem to apply to their product. And if it did, it's saying that you should be using them occasionally, right? Which is not, right? So we're literally table 6 inhalation. It says the methods, which are not at all what the product is. Right? They're not talking about a fucking inhaler for occasional use only, external use only. Right? Like there's so much shit that Health Canada is like saying that they're obviously not like associating with their product. but like maybe they're like having their cake and eating it too. Maybe they're playing it both ways, where they're like, oh yeah, no, this study said Health Canada says that, you know, we're under the recommended amount of essential oils per day, but they don't call themselves aromatherapy, and so maybe they don't have to list all of those qualifiers that they're supposed to. Is that what's happening? Did I interpret that correctly? So yeah, I'm just gonna say that in my opinion, Fume is insanely deceptive and probably dangerous. Right, this is an essential oil company, right? Rocky Mountain Oils, that provided a statement because they heard that it's now popular for people to vape essential oils. Numerous individuals have embraced the practice of vaping essential oils as a mean to indulge in vaping without the potential adverse effects associating with certain e-juices. So I will say that with vaping, that's not exactly what Fume is doing, as in it's not getting like heated up. Aromatherapy diffusers. I wonder if there's anything specific on like inhaling but not exactly vape, not heating up, right? I wonder if there's any information on that. Because they say it's not a vape, right? And they're not heating it up. So I would say probably a Fume is safer than an essential oil vape that's heating up essential oils, right? And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fucking scientist. So who knows? Maybe it's perfectly safe, and maybe my experience with not being able to breathe after using it, and also this person's experience from having their chest feeling sore, maybe we're outliers, and maybe just, you know, anecdotally, maybe it's great for everybody. But I'm of the opinion that this is bad and probably dangerous. And they're seemingly not peer-reviewed studies that are very, very deceptive, like deceptively worded. You know, I don't know. Oh, here we go. We got a peer-reviewed research study here. This is about aromatherapy, though. This is about wait, no way. Hold on. Where's the link to the study? You're not even linking it. You're not even linking it. Okay, now they have peer-reviewed research studies. They're not linking them, so I have to find them. And guaranteed, these are going to be about aromatherapy, probably in the same sense that Health Canada, when we were talking about that, where they were like, oh yeah, put a few drops in like a napkin only 3 times per day and only occasionally for like specific medical reasons and not to, you know, so let's see. I'm going to find this study. The effects of aromatherapy on bad habit craving on a U.S. campus, a small comparison study. Why wouldn't you link it? All right, we found the first study. It's kind of funny. They say nicotine craving, but here they replace it with bad habit instead of nicotine craving, which is weird. To evaluate the effect of 2 inhaled essential oils, black pepper or angelica, on nicotine habits of students, staff, and faculty on a U.S. college campus, comparative study with post-test measures, rural East Texas, 20 volunteers. Inhalation of 1 drop of essential oil on a tissue. I knew it. That's exactly how it was described on Health Canada. Right? It's not an inhaler. That's exactly how it was described on Health Canada's website. Let's see if I can bring that back up. Like, the aromatherapy is very different. I don't know much about it, but just from, I don't know, reading a little bit, like, it's pretty clear that that's what they're talking about in these monographs, right? In these guidelines. I'm just going to leave this tab open. Yeah, like literally them talking about inhalation, tissue or steaming water. Yeah, here we go. Inhalation. Handkerchief or tissue. Apply 1 to 6 drops of undiluted product to a handkerchief tissue and inhale occasionally. Use 1 to 3 times per day. Or steaming water / facial steamer. 12 drops of undiluted product to a bowl of steaming water / facial steamer. Inhale slowly and deeply for 5 to 10 minutes, 1 to 3 times per day. Right? So it's no fucking surprise that in this peer-reviewed research study, right, that they're not linking on their website. Can't click on any of this shit. No surprise that when you look it up for yourself, they're not talking about an inhaler, right? They're not talking about what they call an inhaler. They're not talking about this shit. They're talking about 1 drop of essential oil on a tissue for 2 minutes when participant was craving nicotine. Right? Conclusions: aromatherapy may be useful in nicotine withdrawal. Further studies are okay, yeah, further studies are warranted. That's pretty reasonable. Very small sample size, you know? Very small types of people involved in the study. Okay, yeah, no, we're not of 2 inhaled essential oil. And it's, yeah, the way you're phrasing it when you say 2 inhaled essential oils makes it sound like it wasn't 1 drop, right, for 2 minutes on a tissue. That's aromatherapy. Anyway, let's see what this other one is. The effective sensory motor replacement of bad habits. All right, we're going to find this one. All right, so let's see what Fume is saying this says first. Current treatments for bad habits, such as replacement therapy or varenicline, address the primary reinforcer of bad habit. Just say nicotine. But sensory motor stimuli, smell, taste of bad habit, inhaling, exhaling, blah, 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 may act as secondary reinforcers and also contribute to nicotine reward. Addressing both of these aspects of nicotine may help to enhance. Is there a reason why they can't say nicotine, vaping, or smoking on their website, maybe? Is that like another liability? Because this seems like ridiculous to be having to censor these words here, right? Is there a reason? Is it because, like, legally on their website itself, they don't want to be seen as, like, replacement for vape or smoking? Because then that implies you're supposed to, like, inhale it and use it in a way where, like, you're not legally supposed to be able to with essential oils, I think. That's my assumption. Oh, here we go. We got the word nicotine. Oh, and cigarettes. Why the hell did they censor it in the first half? Anyway. Current research suggests that sensory motor replacement may enhance the efficacy of replacement therapy.
His PP.
Thank you. So yeah, my understanding is that this is just a study saying that, like, the mouth stimulation can help reduce nicotine cravings, which, I mean, yeah, like, that's not a controversial thing to say. That's fine. Inhalation of vapor from black pepper extract reduces bad habits symptoms. Okay, let's see. I'm going to find this study as well. So let's see what Fume said. In this study, we investigated the subjective effects of a bad habit substitute delivering a vapor of black pepper essential oil. 48 bad habit users participated in a 3-hour session conducted over night deprivation from bad habit. Subjects were randomly assigned to one of 3 conditions. A group of users puffed on a device that delivered a vapor from essential oil of black pepper. A second group puffed on the device with a mint menthol cartridge. And a third group used a device containing an empty cartridge. Reported craving for the bad habit was significantly reduced in pepper condition relative to the two control conditions. Unflavored placebo. Intensity of sensations in the chest was also significantly higher for the pepper condition. These results support the view that respiratory tract sensations are important. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. In alleviating bad habit withdrawal symptoms, substitute deliver pepper constituents may prove useful in bad habit cessation treatment. So what this is saying is that apparently this study says that the efficacy of stopping your nicotine fixes, that's not the right word, your nicotine cravings, thank you. The efficacy of stopping your nicotine cravings is related to whether or not you're actually inhaling it, which is a very funny study to include here, actually. Or that's at least what I'm gathering from that, so we're just going to see what this is. This is funny, because this one's talking about an actual vape. This is calling it vapor. From an essential oil black pepper vapor, right? And this study is not talking about whether or not that's safe, but just about whether or not it can help reduce nicotine cravings. That's kind of funny. Second group puffed on the device with the mint menthol cartridge, the third empty cartridge. Reported craving for cigarettes was significantly reduced in the pepper condition relative to the two control conditions. In addition, negative effect and somatic symptoms of anxiety were alleviated in the pepper condition relative to the unflavored placebo. The intensity of sensations in the chest was also significantly higher in the pepper condition. These results support the view that respiratory tract sensations are important in alleviating smoking withdrawal symptoms. So that's very funny, because this last research study is essentially saying, like, in order for... It's saying that you get better results if you inhale, if you're trying to stop smoking. Why would you put this research study, right? Why would you put that there on your website if you're not supposed to inhale it? Right? That's insane. Why would you put the study that says inhaling and feeling it in your lungs, sensations in the chest, why would you put that study there? Because this page is supposed to be about, this it's a science and safety, right? Safety. Our commitment to safety. Safety is underlined here. It's implying that the research that they're providing on this page has to do with safety, in case people are concerned about whether or not it's safe to inhale essential oils. So the first study, the only peer-reviewed studies that exist on this website, first one says that it reduced craving and they didn't even vape it. It was a drop on a napkin, which is in accordance to the Health Canada guidelines for how you should be using aromatherapy with essential oils. Right? This second one just says, oh yeah, mouth fixation works for reducing nicotine symptoms. This third one also says, oh yeah, if you inhale something into your lungs and it's essential oil black pepper even, that can help with smoking. None of the peer-reviewed studies have anything to say about whether or not it's safe. But this is the health and safety page. Another, look, here we go. Another safety. Oh, this is funny. I like how this text is like the most faded text on the entire page. Statements made on this website have not been evaluated by the FDA or Health Canada. These products and information are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. That's so funny that it's the most difficult thing to read on this page. Wow. My God. They know exactly what they're doing, in my opinion. Come on, safety is underlined again. More questions about safety? That implies that all of this other stuff was about safety. The average person is not me. They're not going to fucking do this autistic bullshit where they feel like they have to get at the truth of something, right? And then find the studies they're not linking to, right? The average person is not going to do that. They're going to read this. They're going to go like, oh, graphs. Oh, safety, peer-reviewed. Ooh, oh, this, cool. And then not read this shit. And then think that it means it's safe. So let's just read through these. Is Fume FDA approved? Fume is fully FDA compliant. While the FDA does not actually approve supplement and food grade products, only drugs, we will always go above and beyond with safety. Does the FDA not stand for food and drug? So yeah, this is they're not listing it as a drug or food. So yeah. So it's FDA compliant, meaning not approved, but not breaking any laws technically, right? What does flavored air taste like? If you're used to vapor, Fume may not be as strong as you'd expect at first. Strong in what way? Like usually people talk about like the fucking lung hit, right? Or the throat hit. How are you supposed to get it in your throat if it's in through your mouth and out through your nose and nothing below that? Anyway, but we also won't leave you in a hospital bed. If I kept using it, I feel like I would have been, just FYI. Fume cannot be compared to herbal tea if vapor was compared to a sticky soda. What? Sorry, Fume can be compared to herbal tea if vapor was compared to a sticky soda. Not as sweet and a lot more natural. I don't understand that sentence. That doesn't make any sense. How does Fume work? Physiology shows stopping a bad habit cold turkey is very hard on your brain. Fume works by replacing your hand-to-mouth fixation, calming nervous tension through fidgeting and distracting you from bad habit and delicious flavor. How long do flavor cores last? Okay, who cares? How often can I use Fume? As often as you like. That's really interesting because on the Health Canada thing that you know, what did you say about Health Canada here? You're referencing the Health Canada monograph recommendations. Is that not this? This is the Health Canada monograph talking about essential oils, right? None of them are talking about the product in the way that you're suggesting people should use it. Even in the ways where you explicitly say that people should use it in that way. Health Canada is saying, for all products, duration of use is for occasional use only. That's what Health Canada is saying. This government body, right? That you're referencing. And now, on your website, how often can I use Fume? As often as you like. Why not put occasional use only? If you're going to reference Health Canada guidelines in ways where you're being deceptive and very selective, because your goal is to make it sound like, oh yeah, it's Health Canada says it's safe. Has Health Canada approved your products? No. As shown in the most difficult to read part, right? It's almost transparent. Statements on this website have not been evaluated by the FDA or Health Canada. Your product has not been either, right? There's no way. You're just saying like, don't inhale, right? I don't know. As often as you like. Please note, if Fume is negatively affecting you, please stop and consult your physician. I don't believe that Health Canada... I feel like Health Canada doesn't know about this product, and maybe they should. Is Fume safe? Yes, comma. Multiple third-party toxicology reports and studies have been done on the inhalation and digestion of the plant compounds we use in our cores, and we are committed to always be funding more. So the third party studies that you've shown that referenced inhalation were not about its safety. Oh, wait, sorry. The third-party ones, okay, yeah, sorry. The third-party ones, there are some third-party ones that you showed here that were suggesting that it was safe, but those are not the peer-reviewed ones. Sorry. The third-party ones that are not peer-reviewed are what they're talking about. Okay. Each core fiber is medical-grade polyester infused with the fiber is our unique blend of pure essential oils from amazing farms we partnered with around the world. Look, if you want to sell your product and avoid the liability of having people inhaling essential oils and then it may be turning out to be bad or unhealthy for them or damaging, right? If you want to avoid that liability and you just want to have a product where it's like, oh yeah, no, inhale, don't actually inhale, draw from your mouth out through your nose. Make that fucking clear. Make that clear when you buy the product. Make that clear in all of the fucking sponsorship people that you hire. What's wrong with being transparent is they know that people who are looking to quit nicotine want to feel it in their lungs, right? Quitting vaping, they want to feel it in their lungs. They want to feel it in their throat. They know that, and that's why they're being deceptive as fuck. Yeah, I guess we'll do some other stuff. I don't know. Cinnamon hurts. Natural flavors. Natural and artificial flavors for the mango one. So yeah, I mean, like they've got like a support website here where using Fume cause side effects, allergy or sensitivity to ingredients maybe. Discontinue if you're feeling sick, right? Are there health reasons and contradictions not to use Fume? There are no direct contradictions for our products. We do have safety recommendations based on general clinical recommendations of essential oils. Our products contain essential oils in accordance with Health Canada guidelines for safe daily quantities in an aromatherapy context. While essential oils are considered safe for adult users without pre-existing allergies, there are some recommendations among medical professionals to avoid essential oils in the case of having epilepsy, high, low blood pressure, being pregnant, or being under the age of 16. Okay. It seems like a contradiction of this first sentence, though. Literally says breathe in here. Literally says breathe in. I can't believe it. I'm pissed. Award-winning. What's really funny, they have a picture of a lung here. They have a picture of your heart and lungs. Real results. They have a picture of your lungs. World's first flavored air device. Recommended by world-class doctors. Oh god, I have to see this shit. Patrick B-Man. Fume partner. What? Sorry. I like how similar it is to like Patrick Bateman, and I like how they're a Fume partner doctor. And I like how in this quote he doesn't say it's safe. I like how he just said, oh yeah, it works great.
This is a diffusive device and breathe in through the mouthpiece. The barrel to your preferred drag and breathe in through the mouthpiece and out through your nose for the full effect.
What does breathe mean to you? Yeah. Breathe in through the mouthpiece, out through the nose. But also, the product doesn't involve inhaling into the lungs. They're so sneaky. They're so fucking sneaky. All right, I guess I have to end this because, like, what else can I say? There's so many more sponsorships we could look at. There's so many more of their own like weird ads or whatever. But like, Yeah, it's all the same. Like, they're just... They're very intentionally, in my opinion, intentionally deceptive about how to use their product, the safety of their product.
So refreshing.
Ditch your dreams, get a Fume.
Like, it's entirely possible that people who are using this, that we might see some, like, really bad health shit. Like, I don't know, you're just like, you know what's supposed to go in your lungs? Air. And sometimes an amount of humidity. That's what's supposed to go in your lungs, right? You're supposed to avoid most particulates of any kind going into your lungs, right? What do you mean flavored air?
Whoa.
Not bad. A little better than what I have. Whew.
That's great.
Better than what I
Sorry,
have.
did you...
Bad. A little better.
Whoa.
Did you inhale?
Get a Fume. Whoa.
They're cutting out the inhales.
Not bad. A little better than what I have. Whew.
They're cutting out the inhales.
That's great. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. That's great.
If according to this company, whether for liability or otherwise, if according to this company you're not supposed to inhale, then it would appear as though they're doing a very bad job preventing their consumer base, including people that they're paying to advertise the product. They're doing a very bad job preventing people from actually inhaling.
That doesn't burn or anything.
I like how this woman, she's like holding her chest throat area while she's saying this. Like, what do you think she did? What do you think they did? What do you think she did? If it's not, if they don't even know if it's safe to like inhale, and like even on their fucking peer reviewed, or sorry, on their third party studies, I'm getting lost in a loop here because I can't. Where's this? Where's this page?
This is a diffusive
Stop
device.
it! Oh yeah, here it is. On the science, on their own studies that they say are third party, right? But these not peer-reviewed ones. Effective at stopping bad habits. Toxicological guidelines. Fumes exposure is under safe daily usage. This one's really deceptive though, because it's not even the same. It's not even the same. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. The guidelines said otherwise. The guidelines said for occasional use only. All right, I'm gonna try not to get stun locked, and we're just gonna have to fucking end this shit. Because what else could I fucking say about this? I'm gonna close some of these tabs. I was trying to close more. This is
the Fume prompt.
This is how I get lost forever.
Burn or anything.
Fume 0?
Take a breath of fresh air.
Take a breath of fresh air? What do you mean breath? Taking a breath implies you're supposed to inhale it into your lungs.
Take a breath of fresh air.
That's a pretty clear inhale. This is their official channel. You can hear the sound effect.
Here, I think we're gonna be sitting pretty. You good, John?
Better now.
Like knocking over that final domino. Breaking a bad habit is hard, but to really break it, you have to actively choose to do something different every day. Sometimes the best way to just start is with something small and simple. Pushing over that first little domino is how you get that big one to topple. That's why I needed to find a way to make starting a good habit easier than ever. And no, this isn't another video telling you to wake up early and start this new age wellness habit that you're gonna forget about.
Yeah, this is a long ass time to get to the fucking point in an ad. Jesus Christ.
In a couple weeks. Smoking, vaping, even just the ritual of it. These habits don't exist just because of nicotine alone. They actually rewire your brain. So you don't need to fix yourself. You just need a better ritual. And most replacements out there, they just swap one addiction to another. Vapor, chemicals, battery you have to charge. Man, I don't even charge my phone battery half the time. But then I found this game changer. Fume Zero. No nicotine, no batteries, no vapor. Just pure flavored air, delivered purely through this beautifully simple one device. Zero's got a 3-position airflow, so you
Technically, regular air is flavored air. Yeah.
can control your experience.
You're just used to the flavor.
And a chewable tip for those extra tough days, because breaking habits means satisfying routines. And no charging, no batteries, and most importantly, no addiction. Best of all, 6 crave-worthy flavors that taste like a breath of fresh air anytime. Crisp mint, raspberry, peach blush, spearmint, orange vanilla, and mango. Thousands have already switched with Fume's original devices, so they made this the easiest place to start, and at the lowest price point possible. Science shows that habits aren't just erased, they're replaced, and the best way to get rid of a negative habit? Build a better one on top of it. Ideally one that's natural, simple, and easy to stick with. Fresh air has never tasted so good. This is your day's.
Calling it air makes it seem like you're supposed to inhale.
Try flavored air for $24.99. Fume.
I don't know. All right, I'm done with this. I have to react to some other stuff. So, in conclusion, their best argument against the shit that I've found, first of all, yeah, like, it felt like shit. I couldn't breathe. Definitely not working for me, not safe for me, even if, let's say, it's safe for other people. If, let's say, you are supposed to inhale, then maybe that was like a rogue employee on their clearly official Reddit account. But then you'd have to wonder why the language on their website is so deceptive, right? Because they never say inhale into your lungs, right? They're using the exact same language on their website on the how to use your fume. Inhale from your mouth and out your nose, right? That's the in the mouth, out the nose is the same language that Reddit comment was using. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not a lawyer, you know. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Do your own research. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. But I believe, based on what I understand, that this is not probably not safe, and at the very least, very deceptive marketing. And it seems as though they're okay with people using their product in a way that is not recommended and probably not safe, and definitely not, like, you know, suggested. All right, thanks.
Hey everybody, Olivia here. It's November of 2025, and here are my $5 and up patrons. Michael Bradley, Ditzy Salts, Rumsfeld, and Letterbox, Jordan A, Toby White, Blank, Anchor Helix, Arc Helix, Anchor Wolf, Arc Helix, Clarice Carlson, Cypress, D the Rabbit, Electrica so bad at games that he used a broken control stick to beat Sam's Undertale, Emil, Gabriel Herrera, Gezro, Happy the Knife, Lemonade Warriors participating in the hit game Among Us and is considered the Encroacher, Lobsterite, Mitzi Marcella, Modern Nerd, Oh Here She Comes, Osmond, Roxy's Inside Your Walls. You can lure her out with information on when the second season of the TED TV series is releasing. Sliv88, Skanat On, The Flying Marlin, The Super One Player, T King, www.openclassactions.com, Fox64, Yep, and Zachary Kane. So recently the channel hasn't really been doing all that well due to a lengthy break that we had to take at one point. Unfortunately, YouTube's algorithm is making the videos not appear quite as often in people's feeds. So to help us out, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the upload notifications by clicking the little bell icon. In other news, the first part of the Castlevania collab I did with Loud Equals Funny is available on YouTube now, so please check it out. Well, before we continue, let's talk at length about the box art. Not the USA box art. The Japanese box art.
If you scroll up a bit, it's the second one that I posted.
This is
incredible
artwork.
We have Castlevania.
awesome.
We have Castlevania over here in blue. Now, Simon's wearing blue armor. Dracula has really long, thin fangs and looks like fucking James Gandolfini. There's another Simon swinging across a chandelier holding a candle.
Okay, so I was looking at the American box art first. Yeah. I gotta say, you would expect the Japanese to be a lot better.
Yeah, I know, right?
The American box art is great. I love the American box art.
The American box art is one of my favorites.
I love
much.
the little shitty Simon whip jumping across the fucking chandelier. That's great. And the Dracula too. Look at his stupid gormless fucking face.
Look at the minions of evil over here watching not Dracula, watching Simon swing from the chandelier.
They're like,
take care.